Pumas are larger, cat-like animals which are found in America. When reports came into London showed that the wild puma have been spotted 45 miles south of London. They were not taken seriously. However, as the evidence began to accumulate, experts from the zoo felt obliged to investigate for the descriptions given by people who claimed to have seen the puma were extraordinarily similar. The hunt for the puma began in a small village where a woman picking blackberries saw a large cat only 5 years away from her. It immediately went away when she saw it, and experts confirmed that a puma will not attack a human being unless it is cornered. This search proved difficult, for the puma was often observed at one place in the morning and at another place 20 miles away in the evening. Wherever it went, it left behind its artery or the deer and small animals like rabbits. Brown bears were seen in a number of places, and puma fur was found clinging to bars. Several people complained of cat-like noise at night, and a businessman on a fish trip saw the puma up a tree. The experts were now fully convinced that the animal was a puma, but where have it come from? As no pumas have been reported missing from any zoo in the country, this one must have been in the possession of a private collector and somehow managed to escape. The hunt went on for several weeks, but the puma was not catch. It is disturbing to These represent a cultist and have at one time been blamed. The body of one stage was found among remains dating from the 15th century BC. Is missing had happened to be among remains of the 5th century BC. This head must have been found in classical times and carefully preserved. It was very old and big because even then, when the archaeologists reconstructed the fragments, they were amazed to find that the goddess turned out to be a very modern-looking woman. She stood 3 feet high, and her hands rested on her hips. She was wearing a full-length shirt which swept the ground. Despite her great age, she was very graceful indeed, but so far the archaeologists have been unable to discover her identity. These days, people do many work often receive far more money than people who work in office. People who work in office are frequently referred to as white-collar workers for the simple reason that they usually wear a collar and tie to go to work. Such is human nature. That's a way many people are often willing to sacrifice higher pay for the privilege of becoming white-collar workers. This can give rise to various situations, as it did in the case of Everett Blocks, who worked as a dustman for the Asma Corporation. When he got married, Everett was too embarrassed to say anything to his wife about his job. He simply told her that he worked for the corporation. Every morning, he left home dressed in a smart black suit. He then changed into overalls and spent the next 8 hours as a dustman before returning home at night. He took a shower and changed back into his suit. Everett did this for over 2 years, and his fellow dustmen kept his secret. Everett's wife has never discovered that she married a dustman, and she never will, for Everett has just found another job. He will soon be working in an office. He will be earning only half as much as he used to, but he feels that his wife instead is well worth the loss of money. From now on, he will wear a suit all day, and others will call him Mr. Bloss, not Alfred. Editors of newspapers and magazines often go to explain me to provide their readers with unimportant facts and statistics. Last year, a journalist had been instructed by a well-known magazine to write an article on the president's place in New African Republic. When the article arrived, the editor read the first sentence and then